Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Today is the auspicious Disappearance Day of Srila Prabhupada. And when Acharya appears or disappears, on both the days, we absorb ourselves in remembering about his various activities and his contributions to the world, his qualities, his instructions and teachings, and the legacy that he has left behind for us to follow. We need to learn how to honor him and how to follow him and how to adore him. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is an example given that in the night sky, the glowworms become very famous. Because when sky is very dark, the glowworms show off. Similarly, Prabhupada writes that in Kali Yuga, many glowworm-like materialistic organizations which claim to be offering something spiritual, something cool, they abound in big number. Yes, it is true that the glowworms also give light, but they give very little light. And then there are also stars in the sky, but they can't give much light. But when the cloud moves aside, the moon comes out, like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then that light, moon actually gives the light, real light. So Lord Chaitanya's movement, Prabhupada writes in the Krishna book, it is like the moon. Even in Kali Yuga, the blessing of the moon-like movement of Lord Chaitanya is available for the suffering souls. Although Kali Yuga is considered the most degraded age, we are offered the topmost gift, Unnata Ujjvala Rasam, which is the rarest gift even for those who are very elevated demigods or even rishis. When Lord Krishna once called Uddhava and said, because all Brajavasis are feeling separation from me, I want you to go to Vrindavan and speak this message to them and pacify them and come. So Krishna had a twin goal. One goal was to send Uddhava to pacify Brajavasis. Another goal was to make Uddhava learn Braja Bhakti and come. Because Uddhava was a student of Brihaspati and he was a very, very great advanced devotee also. Great scholar also. But these two are not the only goals. He had one more goal. When Uddhava returned back, Krishna told him, wherever devotees invited me, I have gone there. But there is one group of sages who have invited me in Badrikashram. I could not go there. But I am going to go back home back to Godhead now. So Uddhava, I want you to go and give them the Vraja Bhakti. Because they are perfect in all respects, except this Raga Bhakti, which they don't have. So you should go and give it. So that Vraja Bhakti, which is considered to be rarest jewel, which Uddhava was taught by the gopis, and which Uddhava delivered to the Badrikashrama sages on the order of Krishna, that is being awarded to all the Kali Yuga souls. Is it not very rare? And that is made possible through Srila Prabhupada books for us. One time, when I was studying in Govardhanaka village for a couple of years, Srimad Bhagavatam, one day Gauranga Prabhu came. Whenever Gauranga Prabhu would come, that would be one of the most thrilling classes always. For 2-3 hours, we will forget our watch. So that time, as soon as he came, first thing he did a demo for all of us. He told one devotee, bring all the Sanskrit commentaries of all the acharyas. It's almost like dozen volumes, all big volume, like elephantine size. Like that, there are many volumes. Everything was arranged on the table. Then Gauranga Prabhu told the devotees, tell me one verse number. One devotee suggested 4th canto, some verse number. Gauranga Prabhu told one of the devotees to open up that verse and read the commentaries of Acharyas. Like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur commentary, Jiva Goswami's commentary, Brihatoshni, Lagutoshni, Bhavartha Dipika of Sridhara Swami, Chakravarti Thakur's Sarartha Darshini. So he went on reading, and devotees are almost dozing, about to fall asleep. Almost made them read for 15-20 minutes. When everybody was damn tired hearing that, he told them to close it and told, now you bring one set of Prabhupada's Srimad Bhagavatam set. So they came and brought it. Open the same verse and read the translation and purport, he said. When they read that. So, of course, one more thing I forgot to tell you. After the Sanskrit commentary, he asked all of us, how many of you understood anything of what was read? So 2-3 fellows were raising hand. Prabhuji understood something they were saying. And they were trying to speculate what it was. But after Prabhupada's commentary was read, everybody raised hand and said, we understood it. He said, this is Prabhupada's contribution. So he said, Prabhupada had cracked the code for Shuddha Bhakti Yoga by opening the doors to pure devotional service, commentaries of Acharyas, by translating them into English language. And not giving the entire commentaries because we won't be able to swallow it in our lifetime. It's very deep, very profound, and Prabhupada only picked vital aspects of the Acharya's commentaries, whatever we are able to digest, like Cerelac babies. We are like Cerelac babies in Kali Yuga. So for Cerelac babies, whatever will fit, that much only put in his purports. And then once you read those purports, Prabhupada also says, in some of the purports, read Bhavartha Dipika of Sridhara Swami, read Sarartha Darshini of, Chakravarti Thakur. Like that he gives clues also. He is such an Acharya, he gives even direction to reach a holy place also. If you read the Chaitanya Charitamrita, this is this many miles you have to go right, you have to take left, you have to, all that he gives. And he gives instruction for ISKCON devotees also, in between the purports. In the Gajendra Moksha, he says, we are giving sannyas to so many people and some of them are falling down, so they should situate themselves in a very good way, either in the bank of the river or in the water. And then the Gajendra should continue fighting. So you will find there are purports of Prabhupada replete with instructions, even for the current devotees and for all time. And we also find directions where he tells us to go to Acharya's commentaries now, after reading all his purports. And he also find warnings on how not to become contaminated by karma, jnana, yoga tendencies and get the bhakti sukriti properly. He gives us warnings. And he makes the knowledge relevant and relatable, approachable for us, even though Kali Yuga has so many distractions. So it's not an ordinary thing, what he has given. That's why I was telling you, the moonlight is giving light. That's actually the real light. It's not the glowworms. There are many different people, organizations. Every organization is trying to do some good to the people. It may be a smaller good. Somebody may teach you to respect parents. Somebody may teach you to be a good human being. Somebody may teach you, to do some selfless work. But what Srila Prabhupada gave us is the ultimate good of every living entity. Savaipam sam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshaje. He has awarded us with that, which includes everything else also. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he came to Bombay in 1986. From that time, I met him first time in 1991. I'm seeing how gradually he developed the community. From womb to tomb, he has made arrangements for physical, emotional, mental, intellectual, spiritual, all-round welfare for all people from womb to tomb, isn't it? So he grasped the purports of Srila Prabhupada and he has made all-round welfare in such a manner that over a period of time when we look back, we feel that everything that is necessary for going back to Godhead and everything that is necessary for us to be with each other and not hurt one another and live peacefully, he has made arrangements. So here is one personality, His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. In the same manner, when I look at each of the personalities that Prabhupada has produced, one disciple. See, every one of them is like a moon. That's why there is a book called as Many Moons. You must have read the book Many Moons. Now you may wonder, if you are talking about many moons, then what is Srila Prabhupada? Srila Prabhupada is like the sun which supplies light to the moon. So, there is a chapter in the Srimad Bhagavatam second canto. Narada boy is asking his father Brahma. He is asking, Yad Rupam, Yad Adhishthanam, Yat Samstam, Param Yat, many things he is asking. Where did this universe come from, my dear father? He is asking, and who created it? Where are the ingredients from? Many questions he is asking. And then he is telling his father, Brahma, I don't see anyone around other than you. Kara amalaka yad vishwam vijnana vasitam tava. Just like if you hold a watermelon in your hand, you can't hide it. Similarly, Narada is telling his father, I am only seeing you with four heads sitting in front of this world and creating everything. So I presume that you are God. Like that he says. And Brahma simultaneously becomes angry and happy also. Any of you felt that any time? Either you become angry or you become happy. But Brahma felt both. Why? He became angry that his son misunderstood him to be God. On the other hand, he became happy that his son gave him an opportunity to glorify Lord Vasudeva. Tasmai namo bhagavate vasudevaya dhimahi yanmaya durjaya mam vadanti jagadgurum. He told the boy, Narada, that you are thinking I am the source of all these things. I am not, he said honestly. And then he said, Ye nasarochisha vishwam rochitam rochayamyaham yatarko gni yata somo yatarksha grahatarakaha. Is saying, rochitam rochayamyaham. My master Lord Vasudeva gave me the seed and I am only a gardener who sowed the seed and watered the seed and I have made all these wonderful things. And in the same manner, he gives one more example, like the sun is the greatest luminary which gives light to the moon, to stars, to everybody else, all the light emitting objects. So he recognizes the Lord's role in his life as being one of the gurus of the parampara. In the same manner, for all of us ISKCON devotees, Srila Prabhupada's role is very, very vital. Just as in Gaudiya Math, Bhakti Saraswati Thakur's role is very vital because he is the founder acharya of the Gaudiya Mathas, 64 Mathas. Similarly, Prabhupada is the founder acharya for our movement and he plays a very unique role, very important role which should not be sidelined or neglected or ignored. And his mood, mission and his teachings and instructions given in his purports are very, very vital for us. And that shouldn't be forgotten. One last point I would make and conclude my talk. Why I am emphasizing on this, I will tell you. Stanford University conducted a research many, many years ago on several children. They took 1,000 children and they kept a marshmallow in the table in front of the child and said, if you wait for 20 minutes, you will get a second marshmallow. But if you eat it, you will get only one. So, more than 2/3 of the children who were staring at the marshmallow ended up eating it. They couldn't resist. So, and then there are others who are resistors. Those who could say no to it for 20 minutes. And those children were given the second one. So they listed them as grabbers and resistors. So the grabbers, what was the reason they failed is that they were always staring at the marshmallow. And they ended up eating. And the resistors, what they were doing, they were singing some song, they were doing some writing, they went for a stroll, they went for a walk and came back in 20 minutes. And then the Stanford University concluded that when you tell teenage kids, stop, when you say, that's very difficult. Because there are pushings and pullings in the conditioned soul's minds due to many, many lifetimes of accumulation of impurities. It is not possible to say no. When you say stop, they may resist for a while. Like the 3 monkeys, don't see bad, don't hear bad, no, don't speak bad. Maybe for a while, but we can't resist for a very long time. But when you give them an alternative, then their alternative activities keeps them engaged, that they will forget this wrong engagement. So that is why in this world, for conditioned souls, The sense objects are extremely attractive. They are glittering. Like we say, all that glitters is not gold. Maya's glamour is for fools. So Maya's glamour is glittering, but it's not good for us. Like once my father brought this naphthalene balls in a packet. When I saw it for the first time, I grabbed the 4 in each hand and I was running. My mom caught me from behind. She said, "Hey, you can't eat it." She said. I said, "Why not? It's glowing so beautifully, it's smelling so nice. Why can't I eat it?" She said, "This is for cockroaches," she said. I said, "Such a good sweet is for cockroaches?" She said, "This is poison." Then I got shocked. I gave it all to her. Then she told me to wash my hand with soap. Because the sense objects are very attractive when we are conditioned souls. How do we lift our vision from a downward vision to upward vision? That's only possible when we have the positive, engaging alternative of pure Bhakti Yoga activities. We are here in the holy Dham of Govardhan. His Holiness Ranath Maharaj has been conducting such yatra since 1986, almost every year. That is one thing I deeply cherish in my spiritual master for his faithfulness in faithfully speaking the pastimes, conducting this type of activity. He started in a very small way. We have heard from Dwarkadish Prabhu, Vishaka Priya Mataji, and Sridhama Prabhu, Kishore Mataji, and all about how the early day yatra was. He just began with a few people. But one good thing is he is convinced about this, that hearing and chanting is the ultimate goal of life, which Prabhupada has given. And bringing so many devotees together, one thing is to make us all sit and hear the katha. Another thing is to make us all dance. Another thing is to go to all the holy places and hear from various senior devotees. Then engaging so many devotees in the kitchen, making first class prasad and distributing to all the devotees, like this. And giving an opportunity for all of you sitting here to meet each other and meet your old friends from different places and share and learn from each other. So you can see how this one yatra serves multiple purposes in one shot. So the genius of Maharaj in capturing what Srila Prabhupada has given, not only during the yatra, even at other times, offering innumerable spiritually fulfilling engagements. This is the most important thing. Because without every one of us sitting here, if you don't have a spiritual engagement, it's 100% guaranteed that mind will stoop down to sense gratification. All the more so in the age of social media, in the age of innumerable distractions. So Srila Prabhupada, when he went to the US in the early days, you will see him. First he himself was cooking and serving. Then he taught them the Harinam Sankirtan in the park. And many of them brought their musical instruments. And they started chanting, dancing, playing instruments. And they loved it. Later on, every devotee he gave an engagement. Yadurani Mataji, you do the painting. And Prabhupada said, Shamsundarpu, you are a carpenter, you make the altar. And Jayanand Prabhu, Prabhupada told him to make the Rath carts. Prabhupada told Sarve Prabhu to be architect and design the architecture for the Vrindavan and Juhu temple and all, isn't it? His Holiness Tamaksha Maharaj, Vishnu Swami, he sent them in Greyhound buses all across America to distribute books. Hare Prabhu, become an editor and His Holiness Jayata Swami Maharaj, editor and do the editing and everything. Similarly, somebody had inclination for Sanskrit. Prabhupada made them become Sanskrit scholars and then do good work. He did not leave anybody. Anybody who came, Prabhupada was an expert engager, not only a philosopher. Philosophy is given through Bhaktivedanta purports, which forms the seed of pure devotion service for us to practice. But he has given us engagement because Anukulyena Krishna Anushilanam Bhaktiruttama. Anushilanam means Kaya, Vacha, Manasa. We need spiritual engagements, body, mind, words. So thanks, our million thanks to Srila Prabhupada because of creating this beautiful ISKCON movement which engages all of us 24/7. I am sure every one of you are overflowing with services beyond your nose, and it is always good to have enough services. When we don't have enough service, Maya is waiting right next to us to engage us immediately. So I was recently telling one boy that I won't mind taking 1,000,000 lifetimes to come back again and again and go for youth preaching. That boy was shocked. Prabhuji, what about going back to Godhead? He said, if you are engaged in Krishna's service, you are in back to Godhead. You don't have to go back. So, today, although Prabhupada has physically disappeared from our vision, we all feel the presence of Prabhupada at every moment in our life by all these wonderful contributions he has given. So let us remember, cherish, and understand his mood and mission in distributing his books, in celebrating festivals, in connecting all the suffering souls to his movement, which is like a very big ship, which is taking everyone across the vast ocean of Kali Yuga back home, back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Thank you.